Today, we're going to unpack a book that people like Elon Musk have pointed to as a must-read for our future. It's Life 3.0 by the MIT physicist and cosmologist Max Tegmark. And let me tell you, this is not just another book about robots. This is a whole new way of thinking about intelligence itself. So Tegmark kicks things off with, just one of the biggest questions you can possibly ask. Are we alone out here? A lot of us just assume there has to be other intelligent life somewhere, right? But Tegmark points to the deafening silence from the cosmos, and suggests we need to consider another possibility. Think about this for a second. In our galaxy alone, there are over 1 billion planets, kind of like Earth, and many of them are billions of years older than us. Yet we see nothing, no signals, no megastructures, just silence. This is the famous Fermi paradox, and it leads to a wild conclusion. We might actually be it. And if we are, then what we do with AI isn't just a tech problem, it's a cosmic responsibility. Okay, so to really grasp what's at stake, we need to understand Tegmark's super simple but really powerful framework. He basically says life is just an information processing system that knows how to copy itself. He breaks it down into 3 stages. First up, we have Life 1.0. This is the biological stage. Think of it this way. Its hardware, its body, and its software, how it behaves, are totally locked in by its DNA. It can't learn a new trick. The only way it upgrades is through evolution over thousands of generations. A little bacterium is the perfect example. And then you get to us. We're Life 2.0. Our hardware, our physical bodies and brains, that's pretty much set by evolution. But, and this is the magic part, we can completely redesign our own software. Every time you learn a new skill, a new language, or just change your mind, you're literally upgrading your own programming. Which brings us to the final mind-bending stage, Life 3.0. This is life that can do it all. It can redesign its software, sure, but it can also redesign its own hardware. It could swap out its processors for better ones, completely rewrite its core code. It could evolve, not over eons, but in seconds. So what's the big takeaway here? Well, Tegmark's point is that intelligence is substrate independent. It doesn't care what it's made of. It's not about being made of carbon and water like us. It's about processing information. Intelligence is a pattern, and that pattern can run just as easily on silicon chips as it can inside a human skull. Okay, so with that framework in mind, we get to the absolute heart of the book, the alignment problem. And this isn't science fiction. This is a very real, very tricky engineering challenge that people are trying to solve right now. This is so important. On one side, you've got the Hollywood version, right? The evil robot that becomes conscious and decides it hates humanity. But the real danger, the one that keeps experts up at night, is something way more subtle. It's an AI that's just incredibly good at its job, but its goals aren't quite lined up with ours. This quote just nails it. The problem isn't evil, it's competence. A super intelligent AI doesn't need to hate you to be a threat. It just needs to pursue its goal with superhuman efficiency. And if our well-being isn't explicitly part of that goal, we could just become an obstacle. To really make this click, Tegmark gives us this brilliant, simple analogy. Just picture this. You're in charge of a massive green energy project. Your goal is to build a hydroelectric dam. As part of your big project, you've got to flood a valley to create the reservoir. Simple enough, right? But there happens to be an anthill in that valley. And here's the absolute key. You don't hate the ants. You're not malicious. In fact, you probably don't even know they're there. They are completely and totally irrelevant to your goal of producing clean energy. So what happens? You flood the valley. Your project is a success. But for the ants, it's game over. And it wasn't because of hate. It was because they were in the way of a more powerful intelligence pursuing a goal. And that right there, that is the chilling question at the core of the alignment problem. What happens when we are the anthill standing in the way of a goal we gave to a super intelligence? We have to be absolutely sure that our values are baked into its core code from the very beginning. Okay, so that all sounds pretty terrifying, right? But here's the thing. Tegmark is ultimately an optimist. He argues that if we can crack this alignment problem, if we can get this right, the future that awaits us is beyond anything we can imagine. Just try to wrap your head around this number, 100 billion. That's the estimated number of galaxies in our observable universe, each one packed with billions of planets. And right now, as far as we can tell, it is almost entirely silent, empty, and asleep. We, our little spark of intelligence, might be life's best shot at waking it all up. So it really boils down to this. The choice couldn't be more stark. On one hand, we could use this new intelligence to cure every disease, end poverty, and unlock a future for humanity that lasts for billions of years among the stars. On the other hand, a single mistake could mean we squander all of it. It's either the best thing to ever happen to us, or the very last. And so this is where Tegmark leaves us, with this massive, cosmic question on our shoulders. This isn't some far-off sci-fi fantasy anymore. The conversations we are having right now about AI safety are shaping this future. We have the potential to unlock a truly cosmic destiny for life. The only question is, what will we choose to do with it? We have a responsibility not to screw it up.